Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the History of Fan Anime. I'm your host, William Chow, and in today's episode, another one of these fun episodes where I go into the archives, I've managed to pull out a whole box full of art books. And so basically I'm going to pull them out and show you them, one, tell if there's a story or something that or something particular note of them, I will tell you, and then, tell you about that story, and basically show you the different things that are in the art book and what's actually available, alright? So, without further delay, let's begin. So the first book I got out here, it's it is the Gundam X in 3D, okay? So this is a book that's made by Hobby Japan, and it basically it is a modeling book for all you Gunpla people, okay? Basically outlines, sort of different kits and that kind of stuff that's available for Gundam X, and the basically sort of build techniques and that kind of stuff for X and that kind of stuff, things that you should maybe pay attention to, different diagrams and sort of the breakdown of the pieces and that kind of stuff for that. So again, if you're one of those people who do a lot of work with Gunpla and that kind of stuff, and you want to see more detail of how the Gundams and that kind of stuff are put together, nice line sketches. This is what I always loved about these books, is that these line sketches and that kind of stuff, mechanical breakdown of different parts of it, cause this gives you an idea of how much effort they actually spent laying out that kind of stuff. Really nice kind of thing. Okay, so again, they have lots of different video game magazines and that kind of stuff, outlining all the different systems, and this one is one for the Neo Geo, and it is the Neo Geo Freak, okay? And again, so I didn't even open this one up, so this is still a sealed copy for, what is it here, May 2000. So this is a Neo Geo magazine for May of 2000, and basically all some of the new games that are coming out for the Neo Geo. Obviously there's a big ad for a Metal Slug 3, okay? Big big feature and that kind of stuff. Cool Town, King of Fighters 95, Evolution, okay? So that kind of stuff. So this is how you figure out what's what's coming out for all your different game systems and that kind of stuff, and whatnot, okay? So the next book is this one here. It's for a video game called okay? Very popular on the Sega Saturn. If I remember, it came out, okay? So basically, the girl who chants love around this world, perfect guide. So basically, it's a game on how to get to different parts of the game. So introduction for different characters in the game and whatnot. So here you go, another page here for different characters. Okay, so really nice art, really nice kind of artwork on that kind of stuff. Again, the reason why a lot of people had to buy these books when they're playing this game, especially in the advent of course not having the internet the way it is and whatnot, is that they needed the way to figure out and to solve the game, right? So here they have the chart, outcome table, as done up as a flow chart. So as you're playing the game, you can figure out if you're going along the correct path, and you need to then know what things you need to do in order to actually complete the game, okay? So again, these books are extremely valuable for doing this kind of thing. So again, here's another a different part of the game, whatever, you can figure out what how to actually solve it, right? And again, at the very end of the book, it has basically character design information and that kind of stuff, how the character is sketched, how it was basically created, and whatnot, different things about the character. What I always like is that the end part, where it actually has different merchandise and that kind of stuff is available for the game, as well as other kind of books and that kind of stuff in this kind of series. So if you like this kind of game, you can get there. Here are some other games that are also very similar in style for you. So for example, in this case, Dokusei, Dragon Knight, Kakusei, but basically all these other Elf games, okay, which they made for that. So it's really kind of nice. Anyway, good complete book for how to deal with the game Uno. Okay, this is the art book for Revolutionary Girl Utena. Okay, now this is a really cool book because there's lots of just great poster and artwork kind of pictures in here. All the different varied illustrations, that kind of stuff for that in this book. Really, really nice. Again, character sketches and that kind of stuff on how they they build the characters and how they built some of the scenes and that kind of stuff. So the rough sketches for that kind of stuff is all in here. The little neat thing about this book is that they have a kind of a written story, written sort of kind of, if you will, spoiler. And what the guy did is in this part of the book, right, the spoiler is actually sealed in a book, okay, a part of the book here. So if you really wanted to find out what's going on, or find out what the extra ending or whatever kind of things that he wanted to say in this section, you have to actually take a knife, okay, and split this book open, like split this part open, okay, because it's sealed here as one sort of page, right, or one sort of mini booklet, right. So it's kind of kind of like a sealed envelope, as it were, right? And so the only way to actually find out what's actually in here is you have to actually split this thing open to actually see what's inside. And again, you can kind of open it up like that, okay, and you can see kind of what what the text is inside and whatnot that they're talking about. But again, if you really want to enjoy that, you actually have to split this thing open in order to actually read it, okay? So this is sort of like that's how they hide the liners for you. Now, again, the other thing that it's hard for you to see from just looking at this book like this for this art collection, okay, but and it's probably really tough for you to tell, but as I run my fingers over the surface of this book here like this, okay, all this is raised print, okay, so this is basically a white page with this pink lettering all put on it, but it's all raised text, okay. So again, same thing here with the picture of Utena on the back here, is that it's actually all raised text. So when you're running your hand across it, you can actually feel it's all raised thing. So that's another kind of a neat thing about this particular book for Utena. So again, the art book for Utena. This is a kind of a story that was written up called Kuvatatis, okay. It's drawn by the artist who does Macross, which is Haruki Mikimoto. Okay, he does the thing. Now, I don't believe this has ever been made into an anime or anything like that, or even an OVA. It probably would have been a really good one too, actually. But again, he did all the various different hair designs for this particular series, and you can just kind of quickly see some of the watercolor pictures and that kind of stuff that he did for this, and illustrations and that kind of stuff. But what he does is that you can tell signature Haruki Mikimoto type of artwork in this series of like that. So extremely nice visual book for this, and then basically then it gets into the world that is of Kuvatatis, okay, that he made there. See, that's what makes me think that did he actually ever made an anime for this thing? I don't know, I'll tell you, because I got the CDs for this sucker, but yeah. Okay, relationship chart and that kind of stuff for that. There's the sub characters in the relationship and that. Okay. And there you go. Now, the thing about it is the ship design is shown here is done by Leiji Matsumoto. Okay, so he's the one that did all the ships and things for that. Really kind of cool. He's of course the guy who did Captain Hawk and that kind of stuff. Okay, so again, really a valuable sort of a interview between these guys. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So you can definitely there's a sort of a treat there, the postcard, you can tell. So it's a very, very distinct artwork to the style that he has for this. So it's really kind of really cool. So again, the Kuvatatis visual book. Okay. So the next book on the list is this one here. It's for Macross 7, and it's for and it's the Fire Bomber book. Okay, so again, Fire Bomber was the band that was put into Macross 7. So again, instead of the mid-May attack, they did the Fire Bomber thing. So this is really nice because again, it has really nice sort of posters and stuff there. Well, let's see if we can put the poster up this way here. Okay, so like nice sort of poster for up there. And okay, so kind of if you will, kind of like a band kind of book. Okay. Different episodes and that kind of stuff from the show. Okay, and then sort of a special section just for Lynn. All right. And so so each character has their own little sort of section in the book here. Okay, and then it goes on to the sort of a more story sort of section of the series here. It gives you even more background behind that. And again, for all you people there, this is the the sheet music of the songs and stuff of that from Macross. So again, if you can understand how to read that kind of stuff, you can then play the music, if you will. Okay, it's in this book here. Some live action, those pictures when they actually did the live performance information. So it's a nice sort of book that covers all the different sort of music aspects of that particular show, Macross 7, and the band that is Fire Bomber. Okay, the next book is this one right here. It's a book for Neon Genesis Evangelion. Okay. And it's called, and this particular one is called the Revival of Evangelion. So this is the next edition of it, and again, it's it does a lot of stuff from the the end of Evangelion, lots of different pictures and artwork and that kind of stuff of the various different characters and that kind of stuff in Evangelion. Some nice, full color graphics and pictures and that kind of stuff. And as I said, at the time we got this, of course, this was the way that we got all our different images and different high resolution pictures for Evangelion, so that we can that's what we always marveled over, what they used and whatnot for the different sort of things. So this is a really nice art book for all the different sort of pictures and that kind of stuff that came out of this, which was really nice. And some of the extra work and that kind of stuff they did for that. Okay, some experiment with different sort of styles and different sort of artworks with that. Okay, so this is a really nice sort of. Okay. There you go. So you can just see all the different contrasting styles of artwork and that kind of stuff for that. So that's what makes this really a really nice book, because it has all the different sort of styles on that. And again, it's nice sort of. It is a nice sort of collection of all the different sort of artwork styles and that kind of stuff done by different artists and that stuff, put all together into one nice concise book. And it does have, unlike a book that actually has to do with Evangelion, where it has a lot of description and that kind of stuff and mecha diagrams and that kind of stuff and whatnot. This is just purely a art book, with lots of basically illustrations, that kind of stuff in this. So it's a really nice sort of concise book for that. The next one is this one right here. It's the book for Eve Burst Air. Okay, so again, this game came out for computer systems, like Windows, for example. But it also came out for the Saturn, for example. It's another game system. Again, so this book is made by SoftBank, and again, it'll have let's make sure I can find a safe page here. This one's probably so again, nice soft artwork and that kind of stuff for there's different characters and that kind of stuff that are in the game. For example, that so line, so not only just line drawing, but also the actual drawings from the that there. Some more sort of various different pictures and sort of artwork from the game. Yeah, and again, it also comes with a more descriptions for all the characters and that kind of stuff, and basically an appendix, which basically allows you find the information about the particular thing. So again, this is sort of an art book as well as a small resource guide for the actual game for Eve Burst Era. Okay, so the next book here is this one right here. Okay, this is the art book for Wedding Peach. Okay, so this is another one of those shows that came out during the Sailor Moon era. Okay, and this is the advent of all the magical girl shows, right? So basic girl gains magical powers and that kind of stuff. Now this particular one is called Wedding Peach. Okay, and again, this is really nice because it's got a nice poster in it. I can see this. They've got a let's see if I flip it out for you. So a nice Wedding Peach sort of thing, and they made it in the form of tarot cards. Okay, so really nice sort of set there. And again, the poster on the other side. Not you would ever cut them out of the book anyway, but again, a nice sort of poster for Wedding Peach there, which she gave her flying form. So again, like most summary books of the anime and that kind of stuff, it goes over different aspects of the anime and that whatnot. So this is, for example, her transformation scene. Okay, and different her battle sequences and that kind of stuff in here. Okay. This is the part I always love about these books, is when they actually go over some of the artwork and collect the artworks that they used. So these would be basically the pictures that they would use on, let's say, the cover of the promotional posters, CD covers, laserdisc covers, anything like that. This would be the kind of stuff that they would use. So this is would be a nice, great place to get that kind of thing. Okay. So the different things for the actual anime and that one would be in here. Okay, so that's what the front part of the book would be. The back part is the sketching designs and that kind of stuff. So again, if you're like the inspired artist, you want to see how they actually draw the actual characters and that kind of stuff, then and different views, close-ups of different things, like for example, in this case, the cosmetics and the jewelry and that kind of stuff. They have it there. Well, even so, you can see just how detailed some of the information that you need to know. So in case so again, if you were, like, for example, trying to make a cosplay or that kind of stuff, and you needed this kind of information, you couldn't look it up on the internet easily. You'd have to actually find a book like this to give you like the close-ups that you need to make and style the thing you want. Again, back in the day, we wouldn't have the internet to look these images and that kind of stuff up, and obviously you wouldn't have a 3D printer or anything that you could actually print or model these things with. But again, once you know how the thing is sort of constructed, then you can figure out what things you can do to model or shape or build these particular things. Okay, again, what's really handy is very detailed information about the story and how it's supposed to go. So again, if you didn't understand a particular part of the series, and when you watched it on TV or whatnot, then you kind of went, well, I didn't understand the ending, or I didn't understand why she did this or whatever. What was the point of that? Again, there wasn't shall we say forums, or wasn't sort of like the company website or anything that you could go to. Right, you just kind of had to discuss within circles or whatever what you thought might have happened, or what you would understand to think of what would happen. But then this book like this would explain it to you. Okay, and that's what was the purpose of these particular things like that would be for. Again, Another really important thing about these books at the time was this kind of a page. Okay, all right. This is the episode guide. Okay, again, so they didn't have like TVDB or something like that to tell you what episode number and what the title of the episode, what happened in the episode, who made the episodes, credits and that kind of stuff. You didn't have that information, right? So this was the only way you could kind of compile and know what episode you had. So if you're, for example, watching it and you're recording the show on tape or something, and you captured a bunch of random episodes, you didn't know which episode you had. Unless you basically had a book like this, and then you can say, okay, well, the title of the episode is, the revival of Peach. Okay, then you'd look it up and say, oh, okay, yeah, that's episode 32 of the series, and then you could then mark it on your tape. Oh, okay, I got episode 32 on this tape, and then you can then put your episodes in order, and then you can also understand what was going on, and then you can watch the episodes in order. So again, valuable book for those people who needed that kind of stuff. So for this particular show, Wedding Peach. The next book is one of these favorite books of mine. I really like this kind of style, but and it's almost, I guess it's safe enough. Yeah, right. It doesn't show anything really. Okay, so this one here is the art book for Masami Obari. Okay. He's the guy who makes all the, for example, Fatal Fury and all that kind of stuff, okay? And Virus, I think he also does, and that kind of stuff. So again, and this is his illustration book. So again, if we go through it here, Masami Obari does. Go to the first page here. Where's it? Okay. So, quick little thing on the contents here. He covers Garou Densetsu, which is Fatal Fury. He does Gao Kaiser, okay. He does Virus, okay, which is the other one that he's really famous with. So let's quickly go what he does. And again, as soon as you see the pictures, you say, okay, Garou Densetsu, okay, so Fatal Fury. So again, the key cover for the Fatal Fury movie, first Fatal Fury movie, which is really great. Okay, some really nice pictures right there. Okay, so that was the cover design for Fatal Fury 2, the OVA, and that's a nice inset picture there. Obviously, really nice. You can tell he likes drawing Mai a certain way. Yes. I think everyone likes how how they like drawing mine. Okay. Some more, more different sort of artwork kind of style for Fatal Fury. So again, if you really like that, that kind of artwork and that kind of stuff for that, then he's really, really nice sort of artwork. That. So again, okay, so there you go. There's that's the poster artwork for the Fatal Fury motion picture. So after the OVA number 1, OVA 2, and the motion picture for that, and there you go. The Mai with the alternate color Mai. Okay, player 2 version of Mai, I guess you can call it. Okay. So we'll skip ahead a little bit here, and there's the other promo art page for Fatal Fury. That looks really nice. Okay. Part 2 is others. Okay, so I didn't even actually realize that. Yeah, here's his rendition of Metal Armor Dragonar. His mech drawing for D1, which is pretty cool. Totally forgot that he does some of the mech designs and that kind of stuff for Dragonar. Again, I've always had a little like for Dragonar, because it's always one of those series where people kind of go, it really looks like a Gundam and it should have been called Gundam, but it's not Gundam type of thing. So here you go. He does a little bit of work for some more Gundam stuff. So that's kind of his rendition of Wing Gundam. So you kind of a a unique and sort of different drawing for for that series, because it's a little different. And of course RX-98, which is a Gundam Charge Counterattack. And that one I didn't even know he drew. There's a picture for Dan Cougar. His version of how he drew that one. So that was kind of cool. I didn't actually kind of remember that he actually did that series. Oh yes, right. I totally forgot about that one too. He did the artwork for D1 Devastator. Okay, and that's another sort of OVA series that we did fan subs for, and I realized that's right. He did the artwork for that one as well. Character design artwork for that one. Okay. Here's some. Oops. Put that card over there. Okay, and here you go. Some work for Gatchaman F, and his artwork for Tekman Blade. Okay, so it's another kind of, so you can see he does a lot of kind of mech work, and he, a little bit of dabbled in some Sentai and that kind of stuff. Okay, some of his early work. Okay, he did some of these drawings for Dangayo. Okay. Because I said, I remember his work really resembles, the Toshio Yui kind of stuff. So I thought, some of the work of some of his early work. Okay. Voltage Fighter, Gao Kaiser. Okay, some of the works that he does, again, very, very, as I said, you can see the influences of you can say Fatal Fury and that kind of stuff in there, but that's what he does for Gao Kaiser. Okay, very, very, I said, you can just see, the way he draws his eyes, the way he draws some of his female characters. You can kind of see where his influence is on that. Probably half the reason why I bought this book in the first place. Okay, there you go. So again, if you haven't checked this anime out, like Fatal Fury or Gao Kaiser, you might want to take a look at this series. It's actually, it's short, and you can kind of figure out why you would want to watch it, right? Of course. So yeah. Take a look at that. Okay. And of course, the last little chapter we got is the series called Virus. Okay, and different sort of works and that kind of stuff he done in that particular series. More artworks from that series. Virus. Again, certain attention to certain parts of the female body, of course. So you like to do that. And you can see that, as throughout the book he was kind of hinting on it, but he actually has also a pretty big cosplay section at the very back of the book as well too, of various different characters and that kind of stuff in there. Kind of neat that he kind of threw that in there. And of course, at the end, the big interview part, which is really kind of really nice. To get some more information, to find out some more things about that thing. So again, a really good book that sort of covers a lot of parts of this guy's career. So okay, the next book on the list here is this one here. This is the 100% Newtype book for Parasite Eve Okay, so again, a lot of people who play the games on the PlayStation, especially things like Final Fantasy and whatnot, you'll be very familiar with this particular game. This is the cinematic RPG for Parasite Eve, and this is the book for it. Okay, and again, open up the book, and wealth of very nice artwork again that was probably used in things like the CDs, the covers, and that kind of stuff in them. Okay, different sort of works and that kind of stuff from there. Okay, nice beautiful illustrations and that kind of stuff of various different characters and that stuff in there. So based off of the game and whatnot. Nice different sort of illustration. So again, if for those people who really liked or really enjoyed the game, but wanted maybe some different pictures and that kind of stuff for that game, different characters and that kind of stuff, then this is a good way to get the different characters and that kind of stuff and information from the game. Again, covers different parts and scenes and that stuff in the game, so that you that. I'm just gonna okay, and the book is actually going through and outlining the different movie and the story sequences as the game goes on, right? So again, it's sort of helping you go through the game, because you can see this is like day 5, so you can kind of get an idea how you're progressing along in the story if you're doing the story like that kind of stuff. Again, and they sort of big monster section, different kind of things that they designed in the game there. Okay, this is always kind of cool. This is the basic sort of the scenarios and the scenes up on the map. Okay, right down to how they actually sketched it from the beginning all the way to the actual the finished sort of layout that they actually when they finished coloring it and painting it and all that kind of stuff. That's how they kind of designed it out. That's always kind of neat. Okay, this is always very good. The pre-sketch diagrams and that kind of stuff. So this is how they just they did the rough layout and that kind of stuff. And you can see what they kept and what they didn't keep, and kind of ideas that they kind of how they started it and that kind of stuff. How they did map designs as well. Okay, so not only character mapping and that kind of idea, but also the map design as well. Okay, very important. The interview of the various different staff members. Okay, so you can get more of their insight of things. So again, very nice. Right down to the different members of the team and that kind of stuff, and what some words from them all together, right? So yeah, so very good, very, very valuable book for all you actual fans of Parasite Eve and stuff. And again, you probably have a solution manual and that kind of stuff. But again, if you really want to get into the actual makings of the book or making of the game, this would be the book to get into. So the 100% Newtype, so made by the people who make Newtype magazine, Parasite Eve. The next book is this one right here. This is the book for Slayer's Great. So this is the art book for the movie Slayer's Great. Again, this is made by Dragon Magazine. So this is the guys who actually, the featured Slayers in the actual magazine of them. Okay. So again, you open up the book and really nice poster here. Okay, it's really good. Now, can I show the poster on the other side? Yeah, probably okay. Yeah, it's okay. So nice, spicy picture of the poster on the other side there. Yeah. But yeah, so again, so a mixture of the different artwork and that kind of stuff, and the themes from the actual anime. Okay, so some of the the funny kind of stuff that goes over the actual anime, and of course if you flip ahead, okay, you can see all the different things that Slayers comes in. So it shows you the the Sega Saturn game, the different videos and that kind of stuff. It comes in. There's Slayers Returns, Slayers Next, Slayers Try, things like that. They all show you. And then of course the back is always full of the character information. So again, if you're really interested to know how Lena is drawn and that kind of stuff, this is all the different angles and that kind of stuff that they use for drawing Lena, and of course all the various different other characters and that kind of stuff that are in the show. Yeah, various different very detailed background pictures and that kind of stuff, and basically how they decided to build their world. This is very also very fascinating kind of stuff. And again, the staff interview. So again, all the questions and that kind of stuff they would ask the different people, the producers and that kind of stuff that are on staff all there. And again, the very back part here is the other stuff that comes in the book. Again, so you notice that's all numbered here. These are the novels for Slayers. So again, for those people, I know that some of the novels for Slayers has been translated into English. So again, if you're trying to follow that and do the full story of that, they actually they number it in order for you, so that if you are trying to follow it and you're trying to do that, then at least you know which ones you're going to need and which order you're supposed to read them in. Okay, so again, they put it in a book like that for you. Okay, so a nice little book for the for the movies and stuff for Slayers. Okay, Slayers, great. Okay, this is when I see a picture like this, is always going to be really interesting. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to show, but it's clean enough. kind of. All right, so let's try this. The next one is a book called this one here. All right, it's for a game called Toriko. Okay, you can see it's going to be something spicy, I imagine. So it's I don't know how much I can actually show you here, but let's see how far I can go. So again, okay. So again, artwork from the actual story and and then from the game. Okay. Okay. Different characters and that kind of stuff from the game. Yeah. Now you can tell this game must be really complicated because here's a particular character layout for the particular character. Now you can see it's actually very, very detailed on how you would actually complete this game, because you can see there's stat tables about the actual person's personality, how their ranking is and whatnot. There's different situations and that kind of stuff. How how this particular person would handle a thing here. Again, there's a whole reaction table going on over here. So this is so this is, if you were the type of person who's again playing this particular game, and again, you got to imagine there's no YouTube or anything like that. There's no sort of a cheat guide or whatever to tell you how to do the game, because obviously this game, there's obviously a lot of different factors that would happen. There's different ways you can manipulate the characters to get different endings and different things, and so that's why they actually have to make really extensive tables like this, going, okay, if you're going to what are things that would influence or help this particular character go a certain way, more, do they like you more, do they like you less, are they more receptive to doing different things. These sort of books is the way you would have to basically I'm right now trying to look for an example of something that's safe to show you, of course, which is kind of tough. But yes, it's obviously it's going through different, dialogue and different kind of things that you will encounter with the particular characters and whatnot to get different to get the different results. The fact that I'm taking a long time to find something means it's actually this book has lots of good stuff in it. That I can't reveal to you. There's a noticing there is a very good character section here, but I can't show you anything in there. So that's probably all I can show you. That's that's safe to do. But yeah, so basically, here you go. There's the staff interview that's in there as well. So again, it's a nice little book that I said. So for the people who are into playing these type of simulation type of romance games and the kind of stuff, these books become very, very valuable because they'll give you the timeline and basically the way you would have to play it in order to get certain types of endings, because obviously if you do it wrong, then you have to go all over again and do it all over again, right? But if you had a book like this, at least you can figure out decisions and things that would lead to different endings and that kind of stuff for you. So again, very valuable for that kind of thing at this time. The next book I've got here is this one here. It's called Cheerio, okay, and it's the art book for Cardcaptor Sakura, okay. And so basically, just like any other sort of major books there, you got, great little poster and that kind of stuff in the inside again. Again, not that you'd ever take the poster out. I don't think anyone would ever do that. But yes, so basically it covers various different sort of artwork and that kind of stuff that is used for the Cardcaptor Sakura series, whether or not it's whether they use these as covers of books or CDs or laserdiscs or promotional things like that. I think that was a poster inside one of the magazines, like Newtype or something like that. Okay, right. So again, if you're a really big fan of Cardcaptor Sakura and you want to, this is a really nice book, just filled with nothing but illustrations upon illustrations of Cardcaptor Sakura and all the different sort of lights that featuring all the various different characters and that kind of stuff. I know that this is a CD cover, for example. Okay, I know that's an inset poster for one of the Asamiya magazines, if I remember right. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah. So it has a section called Explanatory Note. Okay. So this tells you basically where every single, like these pictures that are listed in the book, it tells you where they're actually used. Okay. So illustrations and whatnot. This is a poster. This is for a Movic magazine from 1998, for example. Okay, it's that one right there. What is this? Yeah. Cover of the anime songbook for 1988. Okay, so that's obviously from an Asamiya magazine. It's the inset songbook for that. So things like that. That's how they list on that particular again. Okay, so there's the staff interview section. And right there, interviews with main staff, including supervising director, character designer. They talk about the TV animation, the Cardcaptor Sakura, with personal enthusiasm, which is pretty good actually when they write that all in English for me. But yeah, so it gives you all the very story. Okay, so So again, if you're really a fan of this one, yeah, definitely this is a really nice book for illustrations for Cardcaptor Sakura called Cheerio. The next book. Sorry, let's recue that again. The next book is this one right here. It's for Blue Seed, okay, and it's a book called Touch, and it's called the Momiji Fujiyama photographs. Okay, so it's free. So basically, it's going to be an art book of various different pictures from the anime Blue Seed. So again, I really like that sort of illustrations. Lots of nice pictures and that stuff to use for different things and that. So again, you can see that's the clean version of the front cover. Okay, so again, for for the people in this era that again, unable to use Photoshop, because again, Photoshop isn't the same kind of thing. You want to, you like this kind of picture, then this is sort of like the clean way to get all that stuff off and actually get a nice picture for that. Okay. And so again, we were at a time that this was this was very, very important, right? Because again, the source for all these pictures and that kind of stuff you had to get from these books, like an art book that had this kind of these kind of pictures and that kind of stuff from them, right? Okay. I think that's from the second OVA, that kind of stuff. I sort of remember that picture. Yeah, some slightly spicier stuff there. Again, something that you wouldn't get in the anime there. Okay. Some very nice soft touch pictures and that kind of stuff here for the series. So again, if you're a really nice fan of Blue Seed and you like that kind of the artwork that was in, then this book really captures a lot of the things that are in, like this one here, the M files, right? Trying to go off the X files sort of thing here. Okay. Lots of how to draw the particular character and that kind of stuff and whatnot. Okay. Different parts of the anime and that kind of stuff in reference to that kind of stuff there. Okay. Yeah. More, I said basically going through the anime, different episodes. Is episode 16 through episode 17. So, basically, a nice good overview of the TV series there. Here's spoilers. Here's episode 26 right here. Okay. Oh, this is a nice part. Yeah. Okay. For those people who like Megumi Hashabara, okay, she's the one that does a lot of the singing of the opening, or the singing of the theme songs. I think she's is a thing there. Okay, there's a little Megumi there. So again, for her fans, okay. So yeah, really nice book for that thing. So again, so if you're really like a big fan of Blue Seed, this is the one for you. Okay. Touch for Blue Seed. A book called Gaia, okay, and this is the artwork for Kiyomiya Volume 1. Okay, now Kiyomiya, he does Silent Mobius, something called Vagrant. He does Dark Angel. He does Compiler, Assembler X, and that kind of stuff. And he also does Steam Detectives. I know, like, again, we did the fan subs for Silent Mobius, the movie 1 and 2. I know we did the fan subs for Compiler, both the OVA number 1 and 2, and that series as well. And I know that Steam Detectives was put out by I forgot the company that they released it, but yeah, Steam Detectives has been released, so you might want to check that one out as well. But yeah, so let's quickly go through it. So yeah, okay. So nice little book here for Silent Mobius Klein. Okay, so this is one of the latest for Silent Mobius. Okay, there you go. So different Silent Mobius pictures here. Album jacket for Silent Mobius. Caution. Actually, I had that CD. Now that I read the credits on it, going the CD caution, June 1989. Okay, I'm looking at it, going, hey, wait a minute, I have that CD. That's the first CD for Slam Mobius. So I actually have that. And then there you go. That's another picture there. Okay, and he actually writes on the bottom here, Slam Mobius. Album jacket for Danger. Okay, June 1989, which again is the C. Okay, more artwork there. And I look at this one and going, okay, I still recognize this one too. First special poster for Slam Mobius, Emergency. So again, if you bought Emergency was another one of the CDs for Slam Mobius. So again, this is one of the first press release posters that you can get for that CD release as well. Okay, there's a manga series called Vagrants. Okay, that's his different style that he does for that particular series. Okay, series called Vagrants. Okay, this is for his series Dark Angel. Okay, so this is it came out in manga form again. So again, if you have a look at that, that's what he draws here. Okay. A little more computer work now with the compiler and assembler OX. This is a really funny. This is a few cute sort of funny series, and I really like that one particularly. And okay, all right. Now, I remember because I told the story before, but I mean. And I'll kind of outline now that I see the characters. Okay, so in the series, right? Basically these girls from the digital world are coming into our world, and they're going to take it over and basically and whatnot, right? So the characters that are coming over are named after computer terms. Okay, so the main character, okay, is Compiler. Okay. And then her assistant, okay, is Assembler. Okay, you kind of get her that compiler and assembler. All right, and so, and then the third character comes in is Interpreter. Okay, so knowing that, okay, and then of course we kind of get the next character of that is Plasma, but okay, it just kind of Anyway, so the story goes is that I remember it was San Diego Comic-Con. Okay, me and Victor were basically wandering around the floor and whatnot, and we found out that Kiyomiya was doing a signing. Okay, or like an autograph table. Okay, so we basically this time we were prepared. We had art boards ready. Okay. So we purchased them and realized, okay, if we get someone famous like that, whatever, Kiyomiya or whatever, we'll have these blank art boards ready so that we were ready to do a sketch. So we got in line and we and it was relatively short. Okay, so we got in there, and and he asked me, well, what would I like to do, and I said, okay, I think I'd like to get a picture of I think I asked for Plasma, if I remember right. Okay, and so he drew that or whatever, and then my friend Victor, who was right next to me in line, he asked him what he would like to draw, and he said Interpreter. Okay, meaning this character here, right? But he I guess he didn't catch on right away, and he thought, he needs to get his interpreter over to basically to translate what Victor's going to say, right? And then he realized Victor had to stop and go, no, I mean, I want the character interpreter. And he goes, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I got it, okay, yeah, I got it. So then he takes his board and then he begins drawing out the character interpreter. Okay, and so it's kind of funny, and we kind of laughed and kind of giggled it off, but that's fine. Yeah. So I have some pictures of that, and I have some things, that picture that he drew for Victor. So that was kind of really cool. That's my little short story about the kids. But that was a good time, because I said that was a time where like Kiyomiya was really at that San Diego Comic Con. Kiyomiya was really, really available. Okay, I mean, I know that when you go to like Anime Expo and that kind of stuff, and some famous guest is there, and as soon as he's doing a talk or like an autograph session, the freaking line goes out the door, and the chances of you getting an autograph or anything is like next to impossible. And he's probably only going to do it like once in the entire convention, okay, or maybe twice if you're lucky, right? 1 hour, and that's it. And that's you missed any of those opportunities to get an autograph, you're screwed. Okay, that's it, right? But then this one. Kiyomiya, he made himself available at the let's see, he at this time he did a comic for the Uncanny X-Men. Okay, so he made himself available there. If you want to get something signed from him, you can go there. He had a toy line from Toyami or something like that. Hopefully he had the Macross toys, and he had Dark Angel figures and that kind of stuff. I remember I came up to him and said, "Hey, if I bought a set of figurines from you, would you sign them?" And he said, "Sure." And so put out the money, bought a whole set of every single character that he had there, and he signed every single one of them, and no problem. Again, he had his own table at the time, so we went up there, and I got him to sign, and made some of these basically sketches on artboards and that kind of stuff. I brought a whole bunch of various not this particular book, I didn't have Gaia with me, but I had another art book for his artwork, and I got him to sign that. I remember I got some I think I got a poster, a card or something for Salt Mobius. I got him to sign that. Nadeshko, I remember I was running around the convention floor thinking, okay, what else does he draw? Oh yeah, he draws the comic for Nadeshko. So I found, so I went around and found this comic for Nadeshko where it's basically two comics, when you put them together, makes a larger picture. So I basically took those two to him and got him to sign those, and so that makes it. So again, he was really available, and you were able to, I said, if you missed him in one place, you can get him in another place, and it was really, really nice. And again, I think that was at a time, and that you probably could never do that again. Okay, with the way anime is now and the popularity it is, if someone famous like that came around again, you could probably not get that sort of access to that kind of thing ever again. And so I'm really happy that I was able to do that at the time I was at. So again, if you have a chance to go, by all means, go to a convention and do it. But keep your expectations in check, because again, with the way the conventions are nowadays, probably not going to get too far. Okay, so that's a good marking of all the various things of that. So again, thank you for all you guys that are showing up and watching all those things. I hope you saw some stuff that you kind of liked and kind of that, and maybe look for some of it yourself. Okay, so what you want to do right now is go down below and click like and click subscribe, and then you get to more episodes where I can bring other things out of storage and show you all the different things, and tell you maybe some little stories that have to do with some of the things that I've pulled out of storage. Okay, so until next time, see you.